What if a single glance had the power to bring misfortune, illness, or even total disaster? The concept of the evil eye has fascinated and frightened people across cultures and centuries, finding its way into mythology, literature, art, and even daily life. But what lies behind this ancient belief? In this video, we will explore the mysteries of the evil eye, discussing its origin, significance, and the protective measures that people have taken and still take to guard against this malevolent influence. The belief in the evil eye is widespread and deeply rooted in many cultures around the world. It is specifically prevalent in countries in the Middle East, North Africa, and South Asia. The evil eye is closely associated with jealousy and envy. A person's gaze, fueled by negative emotions, is believed to be able to cause harm to others. This harm can come in numerous forms, from illness, infertility, to the loss of one's wealth and future prospects. The gaze of the evil eye can be intentional or even unintentional. And while the evil eye is traditionally associated with the direct gaze of a malicious or envious person, these days it has become associated with a potentially destructive supernatural negative energy. So, what are the origins of the evil eye? The earliest evidence of the evil eye comes from ancient Mesopotamia, specifically from Sumerian and Akkadian protection formulas dating back to around 2500 BCE. These texts include incantations and instructions for creating substances or objects to repel the evil eye and negative energy. From Mesopotamia, the belief in the evil eye spread to the Arabian Peninsula, Egypt, and the Greco-Roman world. Many ancient Greeks and Romans believed in an emission theory of vision, where sight was thought to be a form of physical touch emitted from the eyes, like an arrow shot from a bow at a target. This theory helps explain how the evil eye could cause harm, as it was believed that negative emotions could be channeled through the gaze into a harmful force. Rooted in ancient cultures and civilizations, the evil eye has continued to influence and impact the lives of people in modern times. Even today, it remains a widespread phenomenon appearing in many cultures and societies around the world. Despite advancements in science and technology, the belief in the evil eye persists, with many people still taking precautions to protect themselves from its perceived effects. It is often seen in jewelry, home decor, and other protective items. The belief also influences social behavior, encouraging people to be mindful of their actions and the potential envy they might provoke in others. Today, practices surrounding the evil eye are prevalent in many countries around the world. Some notable examples include Turkey, Iran, Pakistan, India, and Morocco, though there are many more countries as well as their surrounding regions. In Turkish culture, the belief in the evil eye, known as nazar, is deeply rooted and widely observed. To protect against the evil eye, many Turkish people use a blue and white eye-shaped amulet. This amulet is widespread in Turkish society and is believed to repel negative energy and safeguard the wearer from potential harm. It can be seen hanging in homes, offices, cars, and even on newborn babies. When someone buys a new car, it's common to hang this amulet on the rearview mirror to protect the vehicle and its occupants. The amulet is a popular gift, especially for new possessions like a house. For example, when someone moves into a new home, friends and family might give them this protection amulet to hang at the entrance. It symbolizes protection and good fortune. It is also often used as a decorative element. It might be hung in gardens or displayed prominently in shops and restaurants. In addition to using amulets, some people perform specific rituals or recite formulas to protect against the evil eye. For instance, when someone compliments a baby, it is customary to say "Mashallah," meaning what God has willed, to avoid casting the evil eye unintentionally. In Iranian culture, the belief in the evil eye, known as nazar or cheshmeshur, literally salty eye, is deeply ingrained and widely observed. The belief in the evil eye influences many aspects of daily life. Iranians often avoid bragging about their success or praising someone too much in order to prevent attracting envy. People believe that burning wild rue is fang and breaking an egg can protect against the evil eye. During gatherings, it's common to roast wild rue seeds and spray the smoke. However, religious texts do not confirm these practices, and some scholars consider them superstitious. In Iran, people often hang picture frames with Quranic verses to protect against the evil eye, placing them in their homes or on tiled inscriptions at the entrance of houses or buildings. Necklaces and other jewelry inscribed with verses and prayers are also very popular and are typically worn by people. Blue turquoise beads, known as eye beads, are used as bracelets, necklaces, or pendants. Another common practice is to knock on wood to prevent bad luck. Some people even hide their valuable items from those they believe may have an envious gaze. Phrases like "curse the evil eye" and "may the envious eye go blind" are heard in everyday life. In South Asia also, the concept of the evil eye is widespread among both Hindus and Muslims. While the practices surrounding the evil eye are very diverse, a common belief in malevolent energy is common. Black powder called kalatika is commonly seen on the face of newborn babies. Amulets and charms of all sorts are worn to protect against the evil eye. Houses are adorned with chili peppers to protect against the negative energy. It is common to perform a ritual where a mixture of salt, mustard seeds, and red chilies is waved around the person's head and then burned to remove the evil eye. Among Muslim communities, numerous rituals are performed, often involving the recitation of specific prayers or verses from the Quran. People use specific phrases and gestures to counteract the negative energy. For instance, saying "Mashallah" is common when complimenting someone as a way to attribute the good fortune to God's will and avoid envy. In North Africa, the belief in the evil eye is deeply rooted in cultural traditions and is prevalent in countries such as Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, and Libya. In Morocco, the Hamsa is a widely used symbol for protection. Hamsa means 5 in Arabic, and the symbol is a hand with an eye in the palm. It is often hung in homes, worn as jewelry, or placed in cars to guard against the evil eye. During gatherings or special occasions, it is common to burn rue seeds to protect everyone present from the evil eye. The seeds are placed on hot coals and the smoke is spread around the room. In Tunisia, if someone feels they have been jinxed, they might perform a small ritual involving spitting lightly or reciting specific prayers to counteract the negative energy. So far, I've discussed several cultures in which the concept of the evil eye is prevalent. Despite their differences, all of the cultures that I've discussed are Muslim. The concept of the evil eye is found in many religious traditions, including the Abrahamic religions, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. Now I want to briefly focus on the concept of the evil eye in Islam and the Quran, since it's the tradition that I'm most familiar with. The belief in the evil eye is widespread among Muslim communities, but the legitimacy of the many popular practices and beliefs surrounding it are greatly debated by many scholars. They argue that the widespread belief in the evil eye as a kind of magical force is a superstition that predates Islam, and that the Quran doesn't support the notion of the evil eye as commonly understood. They believe that the Quran addresses the harmful effects of jealousy and envy, states of the ego, rather than suggesting that a focused gaze can directly cause physical harm or misfortune. The Quran mentions that envy and jealousy can have negative consequences, but it does not state that a mere look can cause direct harm. For example, Surah Al-Qalam, verses 51 and 52 states that the disbelievers would almost cut you down with their eyes when they hear you recite the message and say, "He is certainly a madman." Hatred and envy can be seen in people's eyes, but this is not power that can be transferred or imposed on other people. The fate or destiny that God has decreed for a person cannot be taken away by someone else's envy, much less by his glance. These scholars maintain that turning religion into superstitious practice is not true to the spirit of the Quran and the religion of Islam. The evil eye in the Quran refers to the destructive nature of jealousy and envy, rather than a literal supernatural force that can cause harm to a gaze. Whatever our opinion of the legitimacy of the evil eye, many Muslims believe in it and use verses from the Quran to protect against it. They use the so-called 4 old chapters for protection. These chapters are referred to as the Qul chapters because they all start with the Arabic word Qul, say. These chapters are Surah Al-Falaq. This chapter seeks protection from the Lord of Daybreak against the harm of his creations, the darkness as it spreads, those who practice witchcraft, and the envy of the envious. Surah An-Nas, the mankind. This chapter seeks refuge in the Lord of mankind from the evil whispers that come from both jinn and humans. Surah Al-Kafirun, the disbelievers. This chapter emphasizes the rejection of idol worship, highlighting the clear distinction between the beliefs of believers and disbelievers, and promoting religious tolerance. Surah Al-Ikhlas, the sincerity or the purity. This chapter affirms the oneness and uniqueness of Allah, stating that He is one, eternal, and absolute, without any equal or partner. These verses are commonly used in prayers and recitations to seek protection from the harmful effects of the evil eye. To guard against the evil eye, it is also a common practice in many Muslim communities to use the phrase MashaAllah, meaning what God has willed, when giving compliments to prevent any perception of envy. What are your beliefs about the evil eye? Do you think it is real or just an ancient superstition? Does your culture or religion have practices related to the evil eye?